upset.
She got the child memory from Lilith. She got at the on the black market.
That's the only
she had
connection.
She had the image of her daughter, what she thinks is her daughter.
That's the only connection to Lilith is that Lilith is a memory engineer who put that memory in her.
And she said that she was mad at Lilith and enraged at Lilith.
So she has something to do that is so important that she's not where she's supposed to be. I'm thinking it's probably to kill Lilith.
Because she picked up additional ammo after the incident.
Why is she angry at Lilith?
Something to do with it.
Probably for putting an important memory that she doesn't have any track of. Like, how could a replicant have a daughter?
I don't think there's any scenario where Leah thought she was human, found out she was a replicant. I don't think that's possible, being that she's a Blade Runner. She has a known replicant code and everything.
Oh, yeah.
But there's something to do with that memory that, I don't know. I just think we need to...
Maybe it's a wrong memory.
She has a motivation. She has the means.
Okay.
So what do you do?
All three of us are en route to the memory place.
Okay, you get in your spinner and make your way to Lilith Memory Labs. As you come closer, it is full evening now, so it's late in the evening. The city is dark, the rain is falling, typical Blade Runner film noir kind of thing. And as your spinner sets down outside of the labs, you can see that there are lights on. As you get out of the car and begin to move towards the door opens. And you know, you were there, that it only opens if someone opens it from the inside, right? Or, you know, it had like ocular scans or something. But the door opens and standing there is Terry, the assistant. And he kind of stumbles out and you can see that he's got a massive bullet blast in his chest.
Oh boy.
And he falls to his knees and he says, "Hello, officer. She's in there." And then he collapses as the rain begins to wash his blood away.
All right. Let's call in, get back up here now.
Okay.
There's a scream from inside.
All right.
A woman's scream.
We move in. We're gonna weapons drawn.
Okay, you guys are all at the entrance here. Terry has fallen down, as you say, possibly dead, you're not exactly sure. You move in, weapons drawn. You can hear a scream, it seems to be coming from the lab over there.
We will use police procedure to enter and cover our corners, weapons drawn, and move with haste, but with caution.
Check the corners.
Chris will kind of provide overwatch from the back of sorts, like kind of like scanning everything.
Is Terry dead, or do we?
You're not sure, you can stop and check if you want.
I'll roll medical, let's see.
Okay,
Medical aid.
you can, he's still alive.
Okay.
Alive, yes, he's a replicant, but he's alive.
Can I like quickly try like stabilize him?
Not quickly, but you can try and stabilize him.
I would like to try and stabilize him.
Okay, so as you guys move into the building, you can do medical aid roll.
Okay. One success.
Okay, you are able to prevent him from dying immediately. But that takes some time. So
Yeah,
meanwhile,
sure.
while you're doing that,
So
bandaging him up.
I'm a little behind and they're
Yes,
moving
you're a little
forward.
behind, yeah. As you guys move down the hallway, you can hear voices as you get closer, and you can hear a woman's voice that you haven't heard before. You hear this woman's voice say, "Show it to me! Show me the key memory! Show me right now!" Why? It won't help you. It doesn't matter. It's not real. It's not real. I said shut up. Whack. Show it to me right now. These two voices. And as you move in, inside the memory lab, you can see that's Lilith. And beside her is a woman who looks like that. She has a gun to Lilith. Lilith is on her knees, cowering. There's machinery around in the room, some other things that Lilith has obviously been working on. And Leah is screaming at her, "Show me the key memory, you monster! Do it!"
I'm gonna start moving away.
Okay, so as soon as you guys move into the room, she obviously sees you.
Yep.
And she levels the gun at you and she moves behind Lilith. And then she kind of sees who you are. And she kind of smiles. Oh, no. This is not how it goes. You're not here for me. You are not here for me. You're here for this monster. And she puts the gun to her head. You are here for this monster, like you should be. Like you, and she looks at you like you should be.
Dakota is going to put her gun up, and she's going to say, "We're not here for you. We're here for her." And she's going to hold out the photo of the daughter.
Her features like kind of slacken for a second. And then she kind of narrows again. What does that mean? She's not real, remember? She's just a memory put in my head. A memory, and she puts the gun back at the woman's head, like pressing the barrel into her temple. A memory in which I see her killed over and over and over again. And why? Just so you can control us. Just so they can control all of us. She's looking directly at you.
Yeah.
And you see Lilith is just like trying not to lose it, basically.
Well, at this point, I've been able to like hear the commotion and catch up.
Yep. And you hear a voice that you do recognize, and it is in fact Leah.
As this is going, I'm gonna just slowly kind of just step kind of away from Dakota, and I'm showing the side of my fire. I'm not dropping it, but I'm just showing the side. I'm just kind of trying to distract her as I'm kind of creating some distance there. And I'll say, Leah, it's Malcolm Carroll. I don't think we've really met, but you know there's more to this. There's much more to this story. You wouldn't be here if it was simply a memory. You know that, right?
You can't lie to me. I know what they're doing to us. They're using these false memories to control us, but I'm tired of it. I'm sick and tired of being tormented by this. Do you know what she has put in my head, do you? And again, she presses the gun right to her head. Show them what I see. Show them. And Lilith's like, and she's looking to you like, what do I do? What do I do? And as she does that, you can see now for the first time how very similar these two look. Almost as though Leah's like a younger version of Lilith. Very similar. Now that you see them side by side.
There's obviously more to it. They don't put memories like that in replicants. We all know that.
Yes, they do. Show them. Cocks the gun.
Leah, put down the gun and we'll get to your answers. I believe you have that memory. What I'm saying is, you're not intended to have that memory. I'm sure she has an explanation. Lower the gun and we'll all hear it.
No. First, you see the truth.
It's gonna like kind of wave at Lilith to like.
At Lilith to do it?
Yeah.
To do what?
To show the memory.
She's surrounded by this machine.
I'm sorry, to Lilith. I thought you were saying to Leah. Just do it.
Just
pull the trigger.
And Malcolm looking around, I'm checking corners and crevices under things. Do I see Sarah anywhere?
Yeah. Oh, no. She's hiding in the corner. You can see her behind some equipment. You can just see her face, her little eye looking. Lilith, seeing you do this, kind of reaches up and hits some buttons, and a holographic image flares into life before you. The hologram in the memory lab flickers to life. And suddenly, all around you, you find yourselves in a spacious hall. Golden sunlight beams in through a huge picture window, revealing a red sandy vista outside. Someone moves past you, a small girl. "Mummy," she says, "you can't catch me." She runs off, giggling, disappearing into the deep shadows. A moment of stillness, of total bliss. And then a sudden loud bang, shaking the ground, followed by sharp, rattling noises, an explosion, gunfire, people screaming, but the gunfire continues. You run in this image, in this memory, right towards the deadly danger, to your daughter, rushing through halls bathed in the red light. Then you see them, masked men clad in black, guns raised. Then you see her, lying on the floor, very still. Now it's your turn to scream. And just like that, the scene is gone and you're back in the memory lab. Lilith, her hands fall from the controls, and she seems completely defeated. She's like, I'm sorry. It's how we have to control you. Now, says Leah, do you see? What's in your head? You're telling me you've never heard the screams of the dying little girls who needed you, and you can't do anything about it?
Yeah, that's gonna mess with Dakota. That's her key memory.
Yeah. Here's what's gonna happen. This monster deserves to die. She's gonna die. And this all ends now. And then you are gonna let me go. And I'm going to get on the moon bus by the Hollywood sign, and I'm gonna go off-world, and you're never gonna see me again. And that'll be the end of it. No more will this monster be able to torture innocent people like us anymore. And then I'll be gone, and you can report to Holden anything you want. Tell him you killed me and burned my body. I don't care. I ain't never coming back.
Leah, if you could prevent a young child growing up with the memories that you had, would you do it?
She kind of looks a little confused at that. What are you talking about?
If you could prevent what happened to you happening to somebody else, would you do it?
Of course, that's what this is all about.
There's a little girl watching you right now. And if you pull that trigger, the best she can be is what you are now.
She kind of looks around.
Look at me. Look at me. Do not look for her, because then I don't want to think that you'd be willing to harm her. She is a child.
What child? Where is she? And then you hear the voice of the little girl from behind.
I'm trying to get a cue her to say something.
Mommy, please don't hurt Mommy. And Leah kind of, she turns. She's got the gun at Lilith's head still, but she turns and
When she
sees.
turns, I'm gonna train my gun. Look at me.
Manipulation.
Ooh, I don't want to mess up this poor kid's brain.
We can
I mess up her mom.
But I'd
fix it
rather
later.
shoot the mean lady than shoot her mama. Okay. Oh, I'm nervous. Push it.
We push those. Ooh, worse.
Stress. And here's why. She turns back.
Shit.
The little girl says, Mommy, when that happens, you see Leah just like the horror of what everything you're suggesting, like collapses on her as she sees the little girl, and you can see it. You can see what you're suggesting is being put together in her mind immediately, that she is now turning into the monster that she's claiming this woman to be, and she sees this, and for just a second you see the gun kind of drop for a second, and she looks at the little girl, she says, oh no, honey, no, I'm sorry. And at that moment, Lilith goes to bat the gun out of the way, and this is the cause of the stress. She goes to bat the gun out of the way, and Leah pushes and blows Lilith's head off.
Oh.
Bust out.
Okay. Dakota retires her.
Roll it.
Attempts to.
When this happens, there's no initiative here,
Yeah.
because when this happens, Leah clearly did not intend that to happen
No.
with the little girl.
We tried.
Firearms.
We tried. Double B's.
Are you, so you're pulling your gun out?
Oh
Yes, it was out.
It's out.
It was
Yeah,
out
it
the
was
entire
out.
time.
Yeah,
I had photo in hand. I had this.
Chris,
If that hadn't worked, I had another plan, but it's okay.
going to attempt to tackle you.
Okay, initiative between the two of you.
Before the
Yeah, he sees you drawing the gun on Leah,
Okay.
who he's in love with.
Okay.
Here we go. Who acts first?
This is gonna end like a Shakespeare.
Oh, that's not great. I've got one shot.
So what do? You go first.
I'm gonna. What is that?
Tackle him. That is
Straight
a
close
hand to
combat?
hand. Yeah, close combat.
Not
Strike.
great. Great.
I think it's fair to say you're taken by surprise by this.
I'd say so.
So is that with advantage?
I'll give you advantage, yeah.
Okay, that's
But you're
another.
still going to respond to it, but you have advantage. No, you're trying to tackle him.
Ooh, 2 successes.
On D6.
So you can still respond to this as
Yeah.
you see, him coming at you from the side. So you can do a close combat hand to hand.
Okay.
I presume you're not pulling the trigger on your fellow agent.
No, of course not. Double B's.
Bees nuts. All right, 1 success.
Push this one.
Stress. Oh, son of a.
Okay, so what this means is you succeed. You can damage him. You can trip him. You can throw him to the ground. You can push him in a different zone. You can do anything you want, because you win
This is
against this.
absolutely fitting, by the way.
This is
This
insane.
weak ass analyst trying to take on a replicant. He's like,
But the question is what? What is the response in this?
Quick moment.
Well, it's going to take Dakota completely by surprise. If you're bull rushing her, basically bull rushing her, she's going to do like Aikido, like use your momentum and just like have you roll off of her shoulder and
onto my back.
and throw you onto the ground. Just throw you onto the ground between Leah and herself.
Great, no problem.
Okay.
So basically move to a short distance. That's the end of you.
Yeah,
and
he's
now
just screaming, no!
Yes, now we all give me those cards back, please, because that was the surprise stun. Oh my god, what's this all about? But now Leah is recovering her wits very quickly, and you can all join in the party.
Yes.
Boom. Ooh.
Damn it!
Here we go. Boom.
That makes sense.
Boom.
Huh? Okay.
And Leah is on.
That makes sense.
All right.
That makes sense.
We know the scene.
Oh my god.
Basically
this is
over
horrible.
here, you've been. Oh, not you.
Yeah.
You've been.
You have the option of trading, right?
I do, but
This is
Leah
the
goes
relative
first.
positions of everybody.
She's still
So
got a gun.
the fate of how this is going to roll is up to you now, because
no, don't make me the kingmaker. This would be so much easier if there weren't a child in a room who just saw her mother's head blown
Well,
off.
you can switch with somebody.
Okay, Leia still has a gun. You have a gun.
Yep.
he's on the ground
He's on the ground.
and she's going to start killing people.
Okay. Is yelling a free action? I'm gonna, through all that chaos, with these two going at it and everything, he just trains back onto Leia, aims that weapon, and she's got one chance, because he's gonna yell, drop the weapon, Leia, drop the weapon.
Okay, because of what has happened, because that rather brilliant turn of events with that speech trying to connect those two, which is not in the book, by the way. I will give you a chance to talk her down. This is a manipulation roll.
God, that's so many. Yeah, I know the dice for this one. I think I've rolled all night. And there's nothing I can do. I thought there was something I could spin, but that's just my key memory.
Well, it's a new session, so if you interact with your key memory, you can get advantage. It is key memory, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
key memory.
I know what it's like
To be blown up.
to be blowed up. To live your life looking over your shoulders in fear of being discovered, in fear of being found, having to deal with all those horrible things you've done. I'm going to roll this, and I get an extra d6 because I'm manipulating that
Okay.
bonus from there.
There we go.
She just wants to belong. Okay.
One success.
I can push it. Yeah, I got a lot of resolve. This would just be a stress resolve. Okay, one success.
One
And the
success.
stress.
You're not sure if you've got through to her, but she acts next.
Wait, that's what I'm asking though.
Oh,
Me, is that a free action to tell her to drop it?
oh, sure. Sure. So you're basically
Is it-
waiting,
Yeah, if
essentially.
she doesn't
you
drop it,
trick-
I'm pulling the
That's
trigger.
okay. One success on the manipulate after this. She also has her gun at you, and she says, "There's no need for this. I just
pull the
want to go."
trigger.
All All right, fire.
So I get a 10 and agility, firearms agility.
Firearms
so
agility.
2 10s. Come on, Malcolm.
Oh boy.
Make Mama proud.
Got one.
Okay, that's a base damage. Or you can
Nope,
push.
I'm pushing.
Okay.
Nope. It's a 1 success.
Okay, so that's 2 damage.
2 damage. if I
Okay,
hit.
so it hits her in the shoulder. Ah! And then she fires back. Blam, blam, blam. A and a B. 1 hit. Her base damage is also 2. You take 2 physical damage.
Okay, so now I think you're broken. I'm broken.
Okay, so down you go, collapsing. She hit you right in the chest, and you fall down, but not dead. You are broken. That was on 2. Who is next?
She
And
just
she-
that was her fire?
Yeah, she just fired and dropped Malcolm, and then she screams, "Just let me out of here! I want this all to end!"
I'm gonna blast her. Fire agility. Okay, where are we? Double B's, right? Woo, D10s. I may draw on my key memory.
Okay, how so?
Well, thinking of that throng of faceless people psychologically abusing me, I think that's all tied into. I'm seeing what psychological pain does to a replicant.
Right, and so you're using that to kill her?
It's
It sounds to me more like
It's-
something you would
it's-
use to
it's-
not kill her.
it's more of a mercy to end it.
Okay.
I mean, she's clearly beyond
There's no
broken.
coming back
To
from
Dakota, she is looking at her record. She's failed 2 baseline tests. She's been suspended. She's killed an officer. She's just downed one of my colleagues. She's broken.
Sure.
So let's see how this goes. Well, there's 2 successes there, and the key memory means I could roll
Another lower base, another D10.
another D10. Why not? All right.
Okay, so base damage is 2, plus 1 is 3. It's a critical hit. What's the critical?
D6 for the sonic round and D10 for the sonic blast.
So which one were you using? Are you using lethal or non-lethal? It sounds to me like you're using lethal.
Sonic blast?
D10, and is it piercing or crushing? It's
crushing.
Okay, D10, roll it.
Did you want to push that one that you just did?
Oh, yeah,
Because
you
didn't
can.
push.
Oh, I could. Yeah, I could. That's right because I have. I'm only at two on the resolve. We'll push this one. All right. I can
Now you
push
can push
again.
again.
You're up.
That's all right. Come on, Dakota.
Yeet.
Oh,
Okay.
come on.
I mean,
man.
it's
So
not
now
a
roll the D10.
Now we'll roll the D10.
Crushing critical.
Crushing crit. That's
Oh.
a 9.
That's not good.
Okay, you blast her straight in the stomach. She falls to the ground, or falls to one knee rather. Ah! That's a lethal wound, although not immediately.
Oh no. It's open to disarm her. It's okay.
Well,
It's all right. No, go. You just.
okay, because if you wanted to do that, then when you do your damage, instead of doing damage, you could say, I shoot the gun out of her hand or something. You have that.
Is there
option.
like a called shot
Nope,
in this
not
thing?
for that.
No. No, it's still yes. Let's play it. Play it.
Okay,
I
so
like
you
it.
shoot her in the stomach, she goes down on 1, and now it is you. You're on the ground. Mm-hmm. Getting up is a move action.
Can I fire from prone?
Sure. At who? Wow. Wow, really? Okay, all right. Okay.
Well,
That's interesting.
Or would there be like? No, I don't think he would do that. He's going to aim the gun at you, but he's not going to fire.
Okay, that's a full round action, so you aim the gun at him.
And say, drop the weapon. He doesn't have any fucking teeth.
You can still speak it, just have disadvantage on it.
Yeah, okay. It's like, drop the gun, just let her go. Please, let her go.
And now we go to the next round. You are broken. She is down in 1. She puts her gun and trains it at you after hearing you say that. And she said, yeah, just let me go. Blood pouring out of her mouth. You don't have to end up like your partner. I don't want to have to put down an N9. We're the same. We're the same. I know you see it too. I know what you see. I didn't want to kill her like that, not in front of that little girl. Let me go. Please.
Dakota's gonna keep the gun trained. She's got the gun trained on her, and she's going to say, "What I see is a broken machine and a broken human, and I don't know which one to stop first." And she's going to put her gun up.
She kind of looks at you, unsure, and then she kind of looks at you like maybe she recognizes you for a second. And she kind of, Moreau?
Yeah, it's me. I've helped you with some of your paperwork.
Yeah, thanks. She kind of gets to her feet. And she looks back at the little girl who's just like sitting there, in total trauma.
Yeah.
And she kind of looks back at the girl and she says, "I can take her with me. I can keep her safe. I'll give her a new mom. I'm not making that a condition, but I could do it."
Aaliyah, look at you. You're done. We've had enough death. Put the weapon down and walk. This is the last thing I will grant you.
No roll necessary. She stands up. She keeps her gun trained on you. She begins to move gingerly. Still keeps it. She gets to the doorway. "You'll never see me again. Thanks. We're the same. You'll see. You'll see." And she backs away, and then you hear her footsteps turn into runs
Okay.
as the rain falls outside.
She's going to turn to Agent Moreau and kick the hell out of him. Agent Moreau, you call yourself a Blade Runner.
Maybe, yeah.
Perhaps we need to modify your memories to keep you in check.
I'd have done the same for you.
In the Hollywood Hills, by the dilapidated Hollywood sign, a small van winds its way up the road until it gets to the remains of the Hollywood sign. Out of that van comes a number of figures. They're all weary, bedraggled, almost look like beggars. Replicants, all of them. And they come out and they look up to the sky, and there's a light in the sky. It looks like a white spotlight that appears, and then it's heralded by this roaring sound as this shuttle slowly makes its way down and lands right behind the Hollywood sign. Door opens. Inside, one of the pilots, who knows, says, come on, let's go, we gotta go. The people quickly begin to file into this shuttle, and the last person to do so, limping along, clutching her belly, is Leah. Her gun holstered at her side. And she looks out at LA one last time before the door closes and the shuttle departs, there to take her to a connecting ship that will take her off-world. It's back to work in the Rep Detect unit. I'm not sure what you did about the Replicant Underground once you discovered that such thing exists. Did you upload that to the LAPD mainframe? Did you offer that as evidence?
Yes, we also handed over one of its key supporters, if not
One of their operatives.
leadership.
Two of them.
Crispin
No,
wouldn't
one of
have-
them, right? You.
Or the Aurelian and
Yeah, they really.
Crispin wouldn't have been able to, because I'm assuming his KIA unit was destroyed or something.
Not destroyed, no,
Oh,
you
just out of.
Yeah. You got it back with your gun.
Oh yeah. He would have just not. He just uploaded everything else and just says like I was bound and gagged at that time.
But nothing about the Replicant Underground. Okay. The exposing of the underground, led by this Aurelian character makes the news for a few days. And then no one cares. It's not really news. Everyone knows there's still N8s running around. Are they dangerous? Sometimes. Maybe this whole Blade Runner thing is overblown in the end. Or maybe it's not. But one thing is for sure, your contacts on the street all tell you that although the Aurelian was arrested, and who knows what happened to him, that network still very much survives. After the Leah situation is resolved, such as it is, Wallace Corp uses its substantial resources to bury or discredit all reports of even a single rogue Nexus 9 replicant. Such a piece of news is simply too dangerous to get out, so Wallace makes sure that it doesn't. The story in Kill magazine, quickly discredited. I mean, few people take Kill magazine seriously anyway. And the LAPD, reliant on its N9 Blade Runners and hardly in a position to defy Wallace, buries the case. It is made clear to you by Holden. It would be best if we never discuss this again. You did your job. You found out what happened. You found the missing Blade Runner. As far as I'm concerned, it's case closed. You've done well. Would be a shame to squander that goodwill. You're good officers. See that you stay that way. And that is Electric Dreams, Part 1 of the much larger and yet to come Immortal Game campaign. So there you go. There it is. Well done. Interesting. Anyway, thanks guys. That was so cool. And thank everybody for joining us here. It was a cool little experiment. And maybe we'll do more like this in the future if you guys dig it. Thanks. We'll see you next time on Me, Myself, and Die.